Okay, so we're going to try to take this to the next level, and we're going to try to get the sports card simulation to buy multiple boxes of cereal as opposed to just buying one box, because that's what we've done so far. So one way we can do that is by making a loop, and we're going to do something called while. And what we're going to do is we're going to loop while we are not done. So I'm going to go ahead and say not done, colon. And then in order for this loop to work, in order for our code to repeat over and over again, all of this code below the while statement has to be indented. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight everything and hit the, highlight everything. And then I'm going to go ahead and hit the tab key one time. And so now it should loop this, except, well, don't go for it just yet. Let's try. First thing is we got to set not done equal to a number that comes across to the computer as being true. So we'll set it equal to 1. If it was a 0, it would be the opposite of not done. It would be done. But since it's a 1, that means that not done is true when we're not done. Okay, so that will let this loop continue on forever. Now, the only thing is, I do want to have some way to stop this, but I think fortunately this button will let me. Be careful when writing computer programs. There is such a thing as an infinite loop, and in the past, if you wrote code that went into an infinite loop, you would just lose whatever changes you made to the code. You'd have to restart the computer. We're going to be lucky. I think we just hit the stop button. So I'm going to go ahead and hit run. And you can see, sure enough, we're buying lots and lots of boxes of cereal. So we got to do something to, what we want to do is we want to buy just enough boxes of cereal in order to make sure that we get a complete set of LeBron, Serena, and Dustin. So let me go ahead and stop this guy. And let's go ahead and fix this up. First of all, it'd be nice if we had some kind of indicator as to whether or not we got a LeBron. So I'm going to call this card L, and that's going to be equal to a 0 initially. In other words, we don't have a LeBron card. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to do the same thing for Dustin and Serena. We're going to make card D, and we're going to set that equal to 0, meaning we don't have the Dustin card yet, and card S, and set that equal to 0, meaning we don't have the Serena card yet. Now, when we go and we print LeBron, I'm going to go right to the end of that line and hit enter. And when I do, I automatically get an indent on line 13. And here I'm going to go ahead and say, well, since I'm printing that I got a LeBron card, then I'm going to change card L, which keeps track of whether I got a LeBron card or not. I'm going to set that equal to 1. Then we'll do a similar thing for Dustin. I'm going to hit enter at the end of the line, print Dustin. And again, I told you before that when I have an if statement, whatever is indented underneath it, all of those lines of code run. Okay, so we'll go to line 16, indented, and we'll do card D equals. Now, instead of setting it to 1, we're going to set it to 2. And I have a super tricky reason for that, but I'll tell you in a minute. We'll put it all together and I'll show you. I'm going to go down to Serena, end of the line, hit enter, and then card S equals, and we're going to use this one as a 4. Now, you might be wondering, well, why are we setting card L to 1, card D to 2, card S to 4? Well, let me show you here in just a sec. What we'd like to know is, we'd like to know what happens if we add up card L, card D, and card S. So I'm going to go ahead and make a variable called sum, and I'm going to set it equal to card L plus card D plus card S. remember, ultimately what we're trying to find out is do we have all of these cards? And so it turns out that if I make card L a 1, card D a 2, and card S a 4, there's only one possible total that I can get if I've got all the cards. Let's see here. I think by the way, there's probably other ways we could have attacked this, but this is something that I've found helpful in the past, so I'm going to share it with you. So what we're looking for, what we want to check to see is if sum equal 7, because that's 1 plus 2 plus 4, then what we will do, and by the way, until we've gotten at least one of each card, the sum will not be 7. Okay, if we only got a LeBron, the sum will be 1. If we only got a Dustin, the sum will be 2. And by the way, if we got a LeBron and a Dustin, the sum would be 3, not 7. Okay, so we have to have all 3 cards in order to get the sum of 7. After the if statement, when I hit enter, I get an indentation, and I'm gonna, I guess for us, I'm gonna put print complete, and that'll indicate that we got one complete set. And then on the next line, I'm gonna say not done equal to we set it equal to 1 at the top, so we'll set it equal to 0 now, and that will mean that that will stop our while loop from repeating. Now, I think there's something else that I want to do here, and it is we need to count. We need to count how many cereal boxes we've purchased. So let's go up here and let's put count equals 0. Because we haven't bought any cereal boxes yet. Now we're going to begin to run this code. And what we'll do is after we set sports card equal to some number, that is essentially like buying a box of cereal. And so we will set count equal to count plus 1. Now, what reminded me that I needed to do that? Well, down here after the not done equals 0, I'm going to need to, I want to print the count to see how many cereal boxes I had to buy. So we'll go print count, actually we'll do it 2 ways, with quotes, count equal space, and on the next line, print count. Now you'll notice on the 1 line, I have count with double quotes. Gosh dang it. Stop helping me, REPL IT. Here I have count with double quotes, and here I have count with nothing. The count with double quotes will actually print the word count, and the count with no double quotes will print the value of count, which at this point should be the number of cereal boxes we purchased. Now, let's go ahead and check and see how this is working. Let me see if I can, I cannot show you all the code at once, so I'm just going to make it so we can just see the main code. Hopefully you'll remember we have all those zeros at the top. If for some reason your code's not working, you better rewind this video and double check and make sure that those numbers and variables match up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit run. And, ooh, it looks like we got one complete set. Let's try again. I'm going to hit run. Wow, this time we had to buy 18 boxes of cereal before we got a complete set. Pretty cool. I'm going to hit run again. This time 9 boxes of cereal. This time 4. This time 11. This time 3. This looks like it's working. Yay! Okay, so this is pretty dang cool, I have to admit. We now have it so that our code is running one complete trial of the cereal box sports card simulation, but it's only running one trial. So we still have one more level to go, and you've been really patient if you made it through this video. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video, and we'll do the final work in the next video. Oh, something I should say before we leave this video. I still am working with code that is where the program name is Sport Card Sim 1. I kind of recommend that we maybe copy this code and paste it into a new program and call it Sports Card Sim 2 or 3 or 4, some version number, so that we can keep this code that's working and not continually edit and possibly ruin this code. Anyways, that's my idea. I think you should take advantage of that suggestion.